with a rope cable curl, a couple things to look for, especially in your chair or if you've got a physical challenge standing. It goes the same way. This is just going to look a little bit different. Now, when you grab it, this is going to focus on the brachialis. Your bicep has two heads, and you got a medial and a lateral head. And if you remove the two heads off your bicep, underneath it, it's the brachialis. It's going to work that muscle right there. It's also going to work the two heads as well, just depending on how you hold it. And I'll show you here in a second. Now, for this example, I have no brakes on my chair, and you can set this in place and break it and lean back, and that's how you do it. But I have the use of my legs some. I can't put nothing from the knees down. So, the way I do it, I just plant my feet here with my braces in the very front to give me some sense of security, so I can lean back as I lean. When I lean back, I'm actually in a vertical stance, as if somebody's standing up vertically. So I'm just leaning back, so I'm vertical. Now when you perform this, there's two different variations. There's one that people do, they keep the elbows outwards and they come in. As well as they keep their elbows in and they'll come straight up. This is more like a hammer variation, and this is kind of like a side hammer. They're like, well, what's the difference? It's the emphasis. When you keep it closer, it's going to bring more emphasis on the two heads evenly, like this. Versus outwards, it's like what you see in the mirror is roughly what you're going to work. So if you keep your elbows out, you're going to work on this part of the section of your arm. And if you do wider, when it brings it out, you see how you see the inside more? That's what you work on more. It's kind of like spot training. But they say it can't be done. If that's the case, then, you know, when they say that, you got different exercises to work different parts. I don't believe that. And there's studies that show both, so from my experience, you do spot train, because I do specific movements for when I do my posing. Alright, so going back to this, so another thing to look for is don't just let your wrists go like limp. You got to grip this thing on the base of it. Some people may grab it different, and that's a different variation and stuff. But for now, just the beginner and just the understanding, grip it and just curl it up, down, up. See how I lean back in a vertical stance? If you can't do that, just kind of do your limitation. But it's about just contracting it. So when you lift it, exhale, breathe out, and then breathe in, going down. Breathe out, breathe in. And when you're doing this, make sure you keep your shoulder blades back and a big chest. And don't round your shoulders and your back. That's going to cause back problems. Keep it straight. So whenever I'm doing this, the big chest, down, up, down, and really focus on the squeeze in the bicep. If you just go through the motion, you're not going to get the benefits. It's about training as if you're just, you don't even know how much weight you're using. It's about a feel, about a contraction, and that's going to give you the best results. You aim for 12 reps, depending on your goals and stuff, but try to, when you hit those specific reps, make sure you push yourself to the max and get a good squeeze in the muscle, and that's the key.